Good afternoon aspirants, welcome to Crack Grade B to another session of PIB. First of all, tell me, am I audible and visible? Okay, let's start. Okay, now today we'll discuss the PIB from 21st to 31st of October. Most of the PIBs are very short and very brief in news. Okay, so let's start with the PIB from 21st of October. This is the first news. The news which is in perspective of phase 1, that is of 1 marker type. I will quickly review that news. Okay, no need to waste much time over that news. So first news is Project Udbhav. It is a collaborative initiative of Indian Army and USI. What is USI? It is United Service Institution. It is a defense security think tank that is based in New Delhi. So in collaboration with Indian Navy, this project has been launched to promote indigenous discourse in the Indian Army by integrating India's ancient strategic acumen. Basically, this project is for revolutionizing the ancient strategy of warfare in the current modern times and use those strategies in the current period. So, this is a collaborative effort of Indian Navy and USI. It is based in New Delhi. Please remember that. It is based in New Delhi. Next, Bharat Text 2024. Am I audible? Yes. Okay. So Bharat Text 2024, it is India's commitment to become a global textile powerhouse. So this is basically about India's commitment to being a global powerhouse in textile sector, and it is scheduled to be held from this date. Okay, that is 26 to 29 February 2024. So this is to be held, this is scheduled to be held in February in New Delhi in 2024. Okay, so what is this expo is about? It is the India's 5F vision that we have already covered, that is farm to fiber to factory to fashion to foreign. This 5F is very important to remember. What is important? What else is important? Kasturi cotton. What is Kasturi cotton? Kasturi cotton is basically vision of the KVIC to develop a brand of cotton in which a barcode will be there with every package of cotton that is to be transported, so that every information about the cotton and its batch will be available with the organization. So a website has also been launched, that is kasturicotton.texprocil.org. This website will provide all the digital information at one platform that will update everything about the cotton and its marketing and other initiatives. Okay, and registration process, everything will be available at one website. Kasturi Cotton Bharat is a joint initiative by the Ministry of Textile, the Cotton Corporation of India. So it is a joint initiative by Ministry of Textile. Okay. Next news is of 23rd October. Nothing is important on 22nd of October. Okay, so moving on to 23rd of October, the news is about the 7th Future Investment Initiative that is held in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Theme is important. The theme is the New Compass. It focuses on the global order, new global order. Okay, what is this New Compass? This is New Compass is basically defining the strategic partners of India, that one of the partners is Saudi Arabia. Okay, and the trade between both the countries reached an all-time high, that is $52.75 billion in 2022-23. Okay, India-Saudi Arabia strategic partnership was established in 2019 and India is the fourth country. India is the fourth country with which Riyadh has formed such partnership after UK, France and China. Okay, this is important. India is the 4th country. The meeting focused on critical areas. So basically critical areas that are important for strategic partnership, that is trade, energy sector, renewable sector or food sector and defense. All these topics were discussed. Next is exercise Harima Shakti. This is a bilateral training exercise between India and Malaysia. Okay, this was held at Umroi Cantonment, India. Place is important, countries is important. Malaysia. The last edition, that is in 2022, was held in Pulai Klong, Malaysia. Okay, this time it was held in India. Exercise is aimed to enhance the level of defense cooperation between Indian Army and Malaysian Army. Okay. So basically, name of exercise, edition of exercise, place where it was conducted and the theme is important. Indian Panorama. So Indian Panorama is a flagship component of the International Film Festival. Announces the selection of 25 feature films and 20 non-feature films were selected for showcasing for the showcase in 54th IFFI to be held on 20 to 28th of November in Goa. So there are selection of films that is to be done for showcasing in the 54th IFFI that is to be held in November 2023 in Goa. The feature film jury comprising 12 members. So in jury there are 12 members headed by acclaimed film director and producer. This name is important. The jury is headed by Dr. T.S. Nagabharna. Okay. Where the film festival was held, what is the edition, at which place, and what is the name of the chairperson of the jury is important. Now mineral production in August. So base year for mineral production is 2011-12 and as per the provisional data, this is provisional data of Indian Bureau of Mines, and the mineral production of mining quarrying sector for the month of August is 12.3%. Okay. So just remember this, that it is 12.3% in August as per IBM. Next is Bharat National Cyber Security Exercise. So this prestigious scope convention center held in New Delhi and witnessed Bharat National Security Exercise. So there is nothing much in this exercise, and this will be from 9th to 20th of October. So this was basically held in New Delhi and it is related to cyber security. Okay. Coming on to the next news, 62nd edition of ITBP Raising Day. So ITBP celebrated 62nd edition of its Raising Day. The headquarter of ITBP is in New Delhi and motto is Shaurya, Dridhta, Karma, Nishtha. Okay, this is the motto of ITBP. When it was established in 1962, after the 1962 Chinese aggression, there was war, and after that establishment of ITBP took place in 1962. Okay, this is important. This is very important. IFFCO's NanoDAP liquid plant at Kalol in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. So nano liquid contain 8% nitrogen and 16% phosphorus. This statement is important. What is the content? What are the content in the liquid DAP? And a plant, that is Kalol plant, will produce 42 lakh bottles. How many bottles? 42 lakh bottles of environment friendly nano DAP. Okay, this will benefit across the country, and it was established in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. So a single 500 ml bottle of nano DAP on crops is equivalent to 45 kg bag of normal urea, that is granular urea, and the cost is less. So basically a bag of 3500 is available at the cost of rupees 350 if we talk about the nano DAP, and the total fertilizer subsidy in 2013-14 was 73,000 crores, which has been increased to 2,55,000 crores by 2023-24. What it indicates? It indicates that government is focusing more and more to help farmers to make their produce more environment friendly and minimize the negative effect of the crops and fertilizers. Next is PM Chair's 43rd Pragati Interaction. Edition is important. This is 43rd Pragati Interaction. It is the ICT based multi-modal platform for proactive governance and timely implementation involving center and state government. Okay, so a total of 8 projects were reviewed. So basically this is a committee which is set up, that is 43rd interaction. It will review the 8 projects that are going on and it will highlight the progress that has been done in these 8 projects, and these projects have a cumulative cost of 31,000 crore relate to 7 states. So these states are important, how many projects are reviewed, and the addition of the interaction is important. So Bihar, Jharkhand, Haryana, Odisha, West Bengal, Gujarat and Maharashtra, these states were reviewed. Everything is clear till now? Yes. Okay. So MOC between India and Japan on Japan-India semiconductor supply chain partnership. This is also important because semiconductor is in news from past 1 year. And anything related to that, so memorandum of cooperation, that supply chain recognizing the importance of semiconductor for advancement of industries and digital technologies. So basically India and Japan is signing a memorandum of cooperation for semiconductors. So because the supply chain is very important to organize and stay regular for supplying semiconductors to industries and digital technologies. Okay. Next is nutrient based subsidy rates for Rabi season 2023-24. So the rates are from 1st 10/2023 to 31st March 2024. So basically this is from 1st of October to 31st March 2024, and this is for phosphatic and potassic P&K fertilizer. Okay, and this is to ensure smooth availability of these fertilizers. So rates have been announced for phosphorus, phosphatic and potassic. Okay, phosphatic and potassic, sorry, fertilizers. Date is important, from when to when, and for which two nutrients the subsidy has been announced. Okay. Now inclusion of Jamrani Dam multi-purpose project of Uttarakhand under Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. This is important. So this dam has also been included in Krishi Sinchai Yojana. So an estimated cost of 2,584 crore approximately. You have to remember approx, not exact cost, including 1,557 crore from central assistance to Uttarakhand. So scheduled completion of project is till March 2028, and in addition the project also envisages hydropower generation of 14 megawatt as well as a provision of 42 million cubic meters of drinking water to Haldwani and nearby areas, benefiting more than 10.65 lakh population. So basically this dam has been included for providing the drinking water and water for irrigation purposes in nearby area of Haldwani in Uttarakhand. So there is a power generation of 40 megawatt of this dam. Now let's read about Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, because any scheme in news is very important, the static points and everything starting from its launch. It was launched in 2015-16 Aim is to enhance the physical access of water on farm, and this term is important. Access of water on farm, that is for irrigation purpose, and expand cultivable area under assured irrigation, improve on farm water use efficiency, introduce sustainable water conservation practices. So the total outlay of this scheme is 93,000 crore approximately, you have to remember, okay, in which central assistance is approximately 37,400 crore, okay. Accelerate irrigation benefits, component of this AIBP is a component of Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, and that is for creation of irrigation potential through major and medium irrigation projects. So till now 6 projects have been included after AIBP component PMKSY 2.0 since 2021-22. So AIBP basically a component of Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, the purpose of which is to develop the irrigation potential in a particular area or any specific area through major and medium projects, okay. So until now under this AIBP 6 projects have been included, and recently this Jamrani Dam, which is the 7th inclusion. So this is very important, this is the 7th inclusion. Next news is National Symposium on Production of Improved and Traditional Seeds through Cooperative Sector. Any doubt till now? Good afternoon, Swastha. No doubt. If you have any doubt related to any news or anything, you can ask, okay. So it is organized by Bharatiya Beej Sahakari Samiti Limited, BBSSL, that is based in New Delhi, okay. So objective of BBSSL is importance of seed production through PACS. So primary agriculture societies, cooperative societies. So improve the importance of seeds through this PACS is the objective of BBSSL, and the role of seeds in productivity and nutrition of crops, role of cooperative societies in upliftment of small and marginal farmers. So these 3 are the major objectives of this BBSSL, okay. And this is based in New Delhi. Nothing else is important in this news. PM Shri. See, PM Shri is repeatedly coming, so the static detail of PM Shri we will discuss in PIB MCQs side by side, okay. So the current news is that 124 PM Shri schools at Haryana are inaugurated. These will have ICT labs and smart classroom, okay, and also accreditation of the school app and mobile application, that is Nipun, was launched. So this name of this application is important. This is under which scheme or which objective? That is PM Shri. Nipun is under PM Shri, and it is aimed for ICT labs and smart classroom and modernizing the education facility at schools. Now Rural Health Training Center Hospital. This is the 4th hospital in Rural Health Training Center that is recently opened in Najafgarh, and this was in news because this is the project in which there was a long wait by the people, because this was in demand to open one RHTC in Najafgarh, okay. It was passed in 2016-2017 I think, and it is finally launched in 2023. This is 163 bedded hospital with facilities like OPD, radiology, 24/7 emergency service, medicine ward, gynecology ward, pediatric ward, surgery. So basically every facility is there in this health center, okay. Now 17th edition of NFDC Film Bazaar. This was held at Goa, and the lineup includes movies from India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, US, UK, Singapore, Germany, France, Poland, Luxembourg and Israel. So basically question can be asked that in this NFTC film which was held in Goa, only film from India, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka are taken. No, the language and the film were taken from India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, US, UK, Singapore, Germany, Poland, Luxembourg and Israel, and not only from India or neighboring countries. Employment outlook. So there is nothing much in employment outlook. Just you have to remember that this is released by MOSPI and this report is for the period of September 2017 to August 23. Time period is important. Okay. Okay, please read the next news. To start my RBI preparation, you have to take QRE from where I should start. See, Swasthya phase 2 is not that difficult. Okay, so just avoid that thought that it is difficult. If you are selected for SSC, that is good thing. It means you are capable enough to tackle any exam. Okay, you have that potential. So focus on PIB and current affairs, financial current affairs, government schemes. These things should be on your tips. Okay, then you can clear phase 2. Nothing is so difficult in phase 2. Okay, this is a myth that only commerce background and such people with commerce knowledge can clear phase 2. That is not the case. There are many cases which are from science background and are engineers and still are the toppers of RBI Grade B exam, right? But you have to prepare with consistency. You cannot pick up books like once in a week and then you will pick up the next topic another week. There should be consistency. With consistency, you can clear any exam. Phase 2 is not that difficult. It is not difficult at all. It is just about the clarity of concepts. Okay. So 37th National Games in Goa. The games are being held at Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium at Fatoda in South Goa. So just this was the news that 37th National Games were held in Goa. In which stadium? In Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium. Okay. Most of the news are, except 4-5 news are from perspective of phase 1 only. Hai na? Multiple development projects worth 7,500 crore in Shirdi, Maharashtra was launched. See, such news like this, they are not important for phase 2. Okay, because some projects were launched in every one or other state by our Honorable Prime Minister or President. But the scheme mentioned in those news, that is PM, either it is PM Shri or Krishi Sinchai Yojana or Ayushman Bharat Digital Health Mission or anything related to that like Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana or Swanidhi. So if once a scheme comes in news, that becomes very important right from its static point and launch date. Okay, so you have to be aware about each and every detail of this scheme. So Prime Minister launched Namo Sehatkari Mahasamman Nidhi Yojana. Okay, this was launched in Maharashtra and it will benefit more than 86 lakh beneficiaries of Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana. Okay, Maharashtra, by providing additional amount, they will provide additional amount of 6,000. This is important. They can ask that what is the additional amount that will be given for the beneficiaries of Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana in Maharashtra. Okay. Now 7th edition of the India Mobile Congress. Anything with theme is important. Okay. So it was the 7th edition. This was held in New Delhi and it is the largest telecom media and technology forum in Asia. IMC is the largest telecom media technology forum in Asia. Okay. And the theme was Global Digital Innovation. Aims to strengthen India's position as a developer, manufacturer and exporter of key cutting edge technologies. So basically India's mission is to make India a global producer, global innovator and global exporter and developer of technologies. Okay. And this year IMC is introducing a startup, Aspire. This is a startup program, Aspire. This will be introduced by IMC. Connections between startup investors. So that's why Aspire become very important to read start from its static point. Okay, everything related to Aspire becomes very important, right? Now 8th Ayurveda Day will be celebrated on 10th November. See, this is very important because this is for the first time that Ayurveda is linked with the farmers, right? Please read the news once. Saswat, you can call at the given contact number in the slide or at the crack grade B for further query and solution of your doubt. But you can enroll in the course right from now. It will help you in building your base only. Okay, there is nothing more special required. It is very simple. Don't make it so complex that first, this is not a UPSC exam that first you will build a base for 1 year, then for another year you will start preparing for the exams. Right from this moment you should start preparing. There is nothing like first build your base and then enroll in the course. No, you can enroll in the course right now. It will help you only. Okay, instead of wasting time, if you don't have any guide, instead of wasting time here and there, you should enroll in the course and prepare consistently. Okay, now the theme is Ayurveda for farmers. This is to be held at Panchkula, Chandigarh, and to be organized by Ministry of Ayush. This is very important because it is related to Ayurveda and farmers. The Ministry of Ayush is organizing this event and the farmers can become self-reliant, empowered. So this is basically about that farmers should grow the medicinal plants and they should understand and they should be sensitized about the importance of medicinal plants and what they can grow and how they can contribute in the Ayurvedic sector. Okay, so special care is being taken to make farmers aware of the economic importance of medicinal plants. Next is Rajkumar Rao has been selected as an icon for voter awareness. Okay, so MOU was signed for a period of 3 years. Okay. RCS Udan completes 6 successful years. So the first RCS Udan flight was initiated on 27th of April 2017 connecting Shimla to Delhi. This was the first flight. Okay, and so far the travel of more than 1.3 crore passengers is facilitated, and RCS is one of the key element of NCAP 2016 which envisions domestic ticketing of 50 crores. This is the target that 50 crore tickets should be achieved by 2027, and 499 Udan routes are operational at the current moment. Okay, so this is okay. This news is not so important. Okay, so these information like these 4 points are enough. Okay, that when was the first flight launched and what is the target, that is 50 crore by 2027, and how many Udan routes are operational at the current moment. Okay, EU and India carry out maiden joint naval exercise. So it was held in Gulf of Guinea, and the exercise followed the 3rd meeting of the EU-India Maritime Security Dialogue in Brussels. That is on 5th of October in Brussels. Okay, this is the maiden exercise of EU and India. Okay, that's why it is important. Next is direct access shows improved taxpayer compliance. So there was a report which is reviewed by the income tax department, and they came out with a conclusion that there is increase in the number of taxpayers in the recent years. Okay, so this news is important. Like ITRs filed by individual taxpayer, there is an increase of 90% from 2013-14 to 2021-22. This is released by income tax department. Okay, an average gross total income of individual taxpayers registered an increase of 56%. So there is a 56% increase in average total income. Okay, 295% increase in ITRs filed by individual with a total gross of 5 lakh to 10 lakh from accounting year 2013-14 to accounting year 21-22, and 291% increase in ITR filed by individual taxpayer with gross total income of 10 lakh to 25. So from 5 to 10 there is an increase of 295%, and from 10 to 25 there is an increase of 291% in taxpayers. Okay. Next is Atal Bhujal Yojana. So Debashri Mukherjee chaired the 5th meeting of National Level Steering Committee of the scheme, and the objective of the scheme is to improve the management of groundwater resources in selected water stressed areas. So basically the aim of this scheme is of this meeting is to stress on the water scarce areas that are for the management of groundwater resources, and some areas are identified, that is in Gujarat, Haryana, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Rajasthan and UP. These states are important. These are water stressed areas, and scheme is to improve the management of groundwater. Now the important component of the Atal Bhujal Yojana is community participation. Okay, this is the key component. Community participation is prioritized, and better performing states will get more incentives. It means there is no criteria for giving incentives, like there is no fixed criteria. The state that will perform better will get more resources. Okay. Launch of reference fuels fosters vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat. This is produced by Indian Oil's Paradeep and Panipat refineries for the first time in India. This is very important because these reference fuels are produced by Indian Oil's Paradeep and Panipat refineries. This is for the first time. Okay. Now this will reduce India's dependence on imports and catapults of India's energy industry. So as we all know that India is a major importer of fuels. So reference fuel is play a very important role here. If we can produce it in India only, that will enable the mission of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Okay. And the reference fuels, that is gasoline and diesel, are premium high value products used for calibration and testing of vehicles. So what is the speciality of these reference fuels? That they can be mixed with any type of fuel, that is with gasoline and diesel, and they provide and they work as a green fuel. Okay. National event on Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana to be held in Mumbai. We'll discuss the static of PIB schemes in PIB MCQs classes, okay, for phase 2. So this is for the current part only. So I am not including static part in this PDF. So, okay, the static part and all the detail and progress of the scheme will be available in PIB MCQ session, okay, that I take. The event will highlight the significant aspects and achievements of PMMVY and the features of this Matru Vandana Yojana portal and mobile app. So a new portal is launched with features like online and face authentication technology. This is by UIDAI for proper verification of eligible beneficiaries. So this mobile app that was launched is with a new feature, that is for face authentication and online verification, and this is enabled by UIDAI for verification of eligible beneficiaries. Also, it incorporates NPCI verification, or that is for the verification of bank account, so that smooth transfer of funds through direct benefit transfer can take place. Okay. Coming on to PIB from 27th of October. First advance estimates of production of major kharif crop. This is important, okay. Till next data comes, this data is important, okay. So this is by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, and the first advance estimate, the estimated production of major kharif crops, that is for 2023-24 is this. For food grain, it is 1485.69 lakh metric tons, okay. Rice is 1063, maize is 224. Now, if you'll ask me that should we have to remember this data? Yes, you have to remember this data with numbers, okay. Number is important because many times in NABARD exam they ask the exact value of the crop, that is in previous year or in 2020 I think they have asked in NABARD's exam about the cotton production, okay, that is an exact number. So this is important, this data is important. So total food grain is 1485 and rice is 1063, maize 224, tur is 34, moong is 14. Just remember the first two digits, first three digits, okay. And urad, this is 15.05, okay. Oil seeds are at 215 lakh metric ton. Groundnut is total is this, and in which groundnut is around 78 and soybean is 115. Sugarcane is important to remember, this is 4347 lakh metric ton, okay. And cotton is 316 lakh bales. Cotton is measured in this quantity, that is bales, that is of 170 kg each bag, okay. And jute and mesta is 91.91. This is easy, this is 9191, okay. Now what is the conclusion or highlighted points? That area under rice, which is the major kharif crop, is estimated to be higher, around 2 lakh hectare over previous year. So there is increase in the area of rice and the final estimate is 4.5 lakh hectare for rice, okay. Its production is also estimated to be higher, production is also higher, that is by about 1 lakh tons as compared to the average kharif rice production, okay. The kharif maize production is 224.82 lakh metric ton and kharif nutrient coarse cereals is at the quantity of 351.37 lakh metric ton, okay. This news is important, please revise it. Coal Ministry and Ministry of New and Renewable Energy to work jointly to promote green energy. Everything is clear till now? Yes, okay. So over 1600 megawatt solar energy generation capacity have been installed. Work for another 500 megawatt solar projects is at different stage, and CPSEs under Ministry of Coal will create a generation capacity of 12 gigawatt by 2030. Basically this point is important, that currently over 1600 megawatt projects have the energy generation capacity, and work for 500 megawatt is going on at different stages, and the Ministry of Coal will create a generation capacity of 12 gigawatt by which year? By 2030. By 2030, okay, 2030. Indian mangoes shipment expands its footprint. This news is important if you consider phase 2 as well as for phase 1. India exports mangoes for USD 47.98 million in 5 months, that is from April to August. of 2023-24. India registered a growth of 19% in mango exports, specifically to USA. For which year? 2023-24 over last year. And India has exported a total of 2043 MT of Indian mangoes to the USA in the first 5 months. Okay, this is the total quantity. Growth is of 19% and major exports to USA in 2023-24. If we talk about the growth, okay, in 5 months, that is from April to August. Also, India has exported mangoes to 41 countries such as Iran, Mauritius, Czech Republic and Nigeria. And mango promotion program is facilitated by APEDA at Afghanistan and Kuwait. This news is important. So, the promotion program is organized by APEDA at Afghanistan and Kuwait. So, all the geographical conditions, see, scientific name comes from such news only. Turmeric is in news, mango is in news, lemon is in news if we talk about this year. Okay, so the scientific name of mango, scientific name of turmeric, scientific name of lemon, you should revise it or learn it. Okay, the scientific name of these 3 crops and fruits and their family name. Okay, and their family name. Last year scientific name of strawberry was asked. It was not out of the blue moon. Strawberry was in news. Okay, that's why they have asked scientific name of strawberry. Launch of the third ACTCM barrage LSAM 17 Yard 127. This is from defense. This is important for phase 1. Okay, phase 1. Third ammunition cum torpedo cum missile barrage LSAM, that was launched by Praveen, okay, at Mrs. SEBIGRADEA project. So basically this company is important, that it was launched at SEBIGRADEA Projects Private Limited at Thane, and what was launched? The third ACTM barrage. Okay, Saras Mela at Gurugram, Haryana. So Saras Mela organized by Ministry of Rural Development and National Institute of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj. Okay, this is the second edition, and why this Mela happens? This Mela showcases the handcrafts by various self-help groups of rural areas, especially of women. Okay. Next is government notifies minimum export price of USD 800 per metric ton on onion export to maintain domestic availability. Everything is clear till now? Any doubt? Anything related to PIB or PIB MCQs for phase 2 that you want to ask? Okay. So the government notifies the minimum export. So basically, in order to take prevention from increasing price of onion, government has taken a step, that is, the measure has been taken to maintain sufficient availability of onion to domestic consumer at affordable prices. That is to be in Rabi season, that is 2023, so that onion by curbing the quantity of onion export. So they have decided the quantity of onion that can be exported, so that there is no crunch of availability of onion in domestic market. So the minimum export price of USD 800 per metric ton translates into about rupees 67 per kg. Okay, this is the price of export. First meet of Science and Technology Cluster held in Jodhpur. What are technology clusters? These are basically an area in a country, that is in India. There are 4 clusters, that is in Bangalore, Chennai, Mumbai and Delhi. Okay, so these clusters basically showcases the availability of technology that a country has. There is a mini technological hubs, these are basically. So the cluster meeting was held at Jodhpur. This is the first meet, and it was organized by the Jodhpur City Knowledge and Innovation Foundation. This was hosted by IIT Jodhpur. It was established on the recommendation of Prime Minister's Science, Technology and Innovation Advisory Council. Okay. This aims to tackle the local challenges through S&T intervention. Okay. The main purpose of this is to basically tackle the challenges that are in IT sectors and develop technologies through research and development, and basically promoting startups, initiative steps by government so that they can cater the challenges in technology sector. An exhibition called Kaal Anubhav, featuring an innovation gallery and livelihood support initiative. So this exhibition was also launched. Okay, Kaal Anubhav. Coming on to the news of 29th of October. Thank you, Swaswat. See, when you start with any teacher, you have to give them time. Okay, you cannot just look at one session and judge any teacher. You should not first of all judge any teacher. Okay. When you start preparing for some exam, you take time. In the same way, to develop an understanding between teacher and student takes time. Okay, this doesn't happen in a week or 2 days, right? Coming on to the next news. Workshop on food loss and waste prevention in South Asian region. Okay, so basically this workshop is for catering the food loss and wastage of food in South Asian region. This was by Indian Council of Agriculture Research in collaboration with Thunen Institute in New Delhi. Okay, these two institutes. This was held in New Delhi. And the workshop aims to address issues like assessment and impact of post-harvest losses, food waste, prevention of post-harvest losses in supply chain, prevention of food waste in household and community activities. Basically, there should be no wastage of food in this region. So to tackle this problem, there is a workshop, okay, that was held with ICAR and Thunen Institute in Delhi. Exercise Kazan. This is the 7th edition, and it was conducted at Otar, Kazakhstan, and this is the joint initiative of India and Kazakhstan. The original name of Kazan is Prabal Dostak. Okay, that was started in year 2016. Just remember the edition, name of the country and the place of exercise. Okay, this is for phase 1 specifically. Exhibition for successful 50 years of implementation of Project Tiger. See, this is, I think, is important. They can ask anything because 50 years is good number to ask any question. 25, 50, 100, 150 years, very important. Okay, so NTCA, that is National Tiger Conservation Authority, along with Sankla Foundation, through this art exhibition. So basically an exhibition was held that was basically to praise the efforts of the Project Tiger, which has recently completed 50 years. So Project Tiger was launched in the year 1973, and the primary objective of this is to protect and preserve the Bengal tiger, basically. Bengal tiger, India's national animal, and restoring its habitat so as to reverse the animal's alarming decline in previous decade. So India has done a great job in Project Tiger and it's successful in its project. 16th Urban Mobility India UMI Conference and Exhibition 2023 edition. This is 16th edition, highlighted the importance of smart cards for commuting. So basically the minister Union Minister highlighted the importance of smart card that passengers use for traveling. So it is important to develop more features in smart cards so that they can commute easily. And the event took place at New Delhi in Manekshaw Center. The theme of the event is integrated and resilient urban transport. This is important. Last year, the 15th UMI conference was held in Kerala and awards were given. I have selected few awards. There were many awards. You can not remember all the awards, and it is not also important to remember all the awards, but there are few important awards that you should remember. So I have chosen 3 awards for you. That is award for city with best public transport system. That was given to Srinagar Smart City Limited. Okay. And award for city with best green transport initiative. That was given to Kochi Metro Rail Limited. Okay. An award for Metro Rail with best passenger service and satisfaction. That is given to Delhi Metro Rail Corporation. Question can also be asked like this: in which category Delhi Metro Rail Corporation got the award? Okay, they can give the name of category as option, or name of train, or name of the rail company as option. Okay. Coming on to the news of 30th of October. Thank you, Saswat. Stay consistent with the PIB session. See, I cover all the news, basically 90%. It is not important that nobody can identify the questions from where they can come, right? So my target is to, at least even in one line, you should know the news, that what is going on. Even if it is not important for exam, just in one, I don't include unnecessary news in PIB. But if I see if there is only 20-30% chances of asking any question, so at least you can guess the option sitting in exam, or you can write at least something. Okay. I give some targets, I give some detailed news in my PDFs and PIB MCQs. The purpose is basically to give you the content to write the answer. Not every content is just to ask the question. Sometimes it is for you to write the answer in descriptive. That is my target, to give you such detailed answer in PIB MCQs and PIB sessions. Okay. I don't want you to sit in the exam and think that ki kaash ye bhi kar liya hota, ek baar dekh liya hota. I don't want you to go through such situations. That's why I include 90% PIB that is necessary for exam. Okay. Data, I don't give such data that it is not easy to remember. There is only place of some companies or place of some exercise that is held, or some conferences and themes. Okay, right? You agree? Everybody agree? We are more concerned for your exam as you are. Okay. Yes, that is the commitment of Crack Grade B, to provide you quality content with commitment. Okay. If you will stay consistent, you will definitely clear the exam. Okay. So let's finish the 30th and 31st. Okay, quickly. Launch of DSC A21. Now this is what? This is the second ship of diving support craft project. Okay. The edition, second ship. Okay. And the company, it is built by Titagarh Rail System. Now this is the company I have seen very rarely in news, so they can ask question on the company because it is very rarely seen in news. So it was built by Titagarh Rail System Limited, Kolkata, for Indian Navy. Okay. Stubble burning, very important question, very important topic, very important news for phase 2, phase 1. For environment, everything. Okay. So stubble burning incidents in Haryana, Punjab, NCR, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan and Delhi. Okay. So this is basically data of last 45 days, and they say that there is reduction of 54.2% in stubble burning. Okay. Now the central government releases funds. This amount is important, 3333, not so difficult to remember, for crop residue management system for management of paddy straw. Okay. Now I have selected only first two districts that are highest in stubble burning in two states. First is Punjab, highest stubble burning is in Amritsar, that is followed by Taran. Okay. In Haryana, highest stubble burning incidents is in Fatehabad, followed by Kaithal. Okay. Number is not important. Now who provides this data? Who report these incidents to the department? This is by ISRO. This data is developed by ISRO. Now can you guess if it was given in the option that stubble burning data is provided by ISRO? As per the standard protocol. These protocols are developed by ISRO, okay, for the commission. On the standard basis of protocol of ISRO are submitted to the commission, and on the basis of that this data is prepared. Okay. First global conference on cooperation in enforcement matters. Okay, this was held in New Delhi. As this was the first one, this is important. Theme is important. It takes a new network to fight a network. Okay. The aim of international conference is to facilitate sharing of insights, best practices, and to serve as a catalyst for enhancing collaboration with custom partners, administration, and for building new partnership. So this was attended by our Honorable Finance Minister, and she observed that custom has two important facets. What are these two facets? First is facilitation and second is enforcement. So basically she highlighted on the fact that the officers, the employees in the department are very important, and they can facilitate and enforce the custom. Okay, so they play a very important role. First is facilitation and second is enforcement, and the officers of the department plays major role. Okay, and also there is fourth stage of Operation Sehesha. This was launched by our finance minister in collaboration with RILO Asia Pacific and RILO Middle East to curb the illegal trade of timber, including red sanders. So question can come on, what is Operation Sehesha is related to, under which it was launched, and it is related to timber or what? Okay, this is very important. 76th session of the WHO Regional Committee for Southeast Asia. This was addressed by Dr. Mansukh Mandavia at New Delhi, and he stated that the health is the ultimate wealth, and with good health every task can be accomplished. He also emphasized in India that we are following a holistic and inclusive approach with a resolute commitment to leave no one behind, and that is the objective of Ayushman Bharat. So with this statement, indirectly he is saying and highlighting the efforts and commitment of government under Ayushman Bharat. Okay, so with this news, the static detail of Ayushman Bharat becomes important. Okay, because in the entire speech he highlighted the Ayushman Bharat and what is the footfall, and at present it recorded the footfall of over 2110 million. Okay, next is Vigilance Awareness Week. This is celebrated by Central Vigilance Commission, and the theme is Say No to Corruption, Commit to the Nation. Okay, National Unity Day, that is the birth anniversary of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. This was celebrated on 31st of October and by Department of Empowerment of Person with Disability. Okay, it was highlighted that our Vice President highlighted in a statement that all states except Jammu and Kashmir is the result of integration of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Okay, and under this, on this Unity Day, 160 crore projects have been dedicated to the nation at Kevadia, Gujarat. Okay. Now last day, 31st of October, Foundation Day of UT Ladakh. Okay, this is 31st October is the Foundation Day, and it was celebrated at Leh Ladakh, Foundation Day of Ladakh, and the world's first. So they highlighted few initiatives of the government and few other stations like green hydrogen fueling stations that is set up by NTPC. This is the world's high altitude green hydrogen fueling station, and recently the government has approved the green energy corridor project in Ladakh, which is of the capacity of 13,000 megawatt. Okay, and this will be connected to power grid through interstate transmission system. Okay, next news. Decommission of IL-38SD. This is the long range maritime patrol aircraft of Indian Navy. So this aircraft completed the glorious 46 years, and this has been recently decommissioned by Indian Navy at Hansa MMM Goa. And this aircraft, so under this there will be 2 aircraft that will be stationed at museums in, that will be the National Maritime Heritage Museum, first as at Lothal, Gujarat, and second aircraft will be in the Museum of Nipani in Karnataka, inspiring the future generations. That this aircraft is decommissioned, but the service of this aircraft will be remembered at these 2 stations, okay, and in the country. Now the recent data of Consumer Price Index for industrial workers. The base is 2016. Do remember this. This is a different base. Okay. The base is 2016, and the Labour Bureau and attached office of Ministry of Labour and Employment has been compiling Consumer Price Index for industrial workers every month. Okay. This data comes every month, and this data the data is collected from 317 markets and 88 industrially important centers. Okay. So what is important majorly is this. First of all, it is compiled by which department or ministry? That is the Labour Bureau and attached office of Ministry of Labour and Employment. Though CPI IW for September 2023, there is a decrease by 1.7 points and it stood at 137.5. Okay. This is important. Now it stood at 137.5. On 1 month percentage change, it decreased by 1.22% with respect to previous month. So with respect to previous month, that is of August, it decreased by 1.22% only. The maximum downward pressure, this is important. See, they always take questions from the different angle of the news, and this is that different angle. The maximum downward pressure in current index, that comes from food and beverages. Okay, this is that sector where maximum downward pressure is there, contributing 1.10 percentage points to the total change. See, there is a total change of 1.22%, and out of that 1.10 is from food and beverages only. Okay. So food inflation stood at 6.52% against 10.06% in the previous month. So this is the current food inflation, and the maximum downward pressure is in food and beverages. Okay. This is data of all that food and beverages in September, that is 140. This is not important, just for a glance I have given you the picture of all the sectors, that is what all industries are there, that is food and beverages, pan, supari, tobacco, intoxicants, clothing and footwear, housing is there, fuel and light is there. Okay, you should remember this, these major 5 sectors. Okay. Now next, and I think the last news, International Solar Alliance's Global Solar Facility to receive a capital contribution of $35 million. This is important. See, ISA has set up a global solar facility. So in this facility, the ISA aims to give the contributions to the different countries that need help for setting up the solar infrastructure. So what they find out that the maximum of the facility is taken by the developed countries, that is Europe and America, and the country which needs the maximum help is in the lowest, that it is not receiving the sufficient help. So they have designed a global solar facility to cater the investment and underserved segments and geographic across Africa. So Africa is that area in which there is a potential of solar generation capacity, but the investment is not up to that level, that is in Europe and America. Okay. So this financing vehicle will bolstered by payment guarantees. There is insurance facility, investment funds, aims to mitigate the project risk and provide technical assistance. Okay. So basically this works as a credit guarantee and regulator. So the world requires an investment of, see, this is the requirement of investment, that is $12.5 trillion for renewable energy and $23 billion in off-grid solar by 2030. So ISA through its GSF is stepping up as a current global solar investment falls woefully short, constituting only 10% required amount of achieving net zero emissions. So they are basically highlighting that in Africa, for mitigation of climate change and a balanced energy transition, energy investment is required, and the focus is basically on Africa through global solar facility. Despite its vast solar potential, Africa possesses only 1.3%. Africa has huge potential in solar area, but possessing only 1.3% of the world's installed solar capacity, that is 11.4 gigawatt out of 849. And why this is happening? This is because of project risk, low investment as compared to the developed countries. Okay, they are taking the major shares of investments. Sixth session of the International Solar, this is the last news. No, second last. Okay. Yes, then we'll wind up the session. Okay. So let's quickly cover the sixth session of the International Solar Alliance Assembly in New Delhi. Around 80% of the global population, totaling a staggering 6 billion people, reside in countries that depend on fossil fuels. So they are saying that basically most of the population live in countries that are dependent on fossil fuels. So renewable energy becomes very important. So they have a potential to supply 65% of world's total electricity by 2030 and decarbonize 90% by 2050. ISA has decided to increase the viability gap funding for projects from 10% up to 35%. This range is important. That viability gap funding is available by IFI from 10% up to 35%. And the grant provided under the mechanism is USD $1,50,000 or 10% of the project cost, whichever is lower. This line is also important. They can give you 2-mark question for fill in the blanks from such statements. Okay. ISA funded projects bring solar energy to Malawi Parliament and projects in Fiji, Seychelles and Kiribati. These places are important to remember where they are bringing the project, in which areas. Okay. And now the 4 projects and what are their targets. See, solarization of the Parliament building of the Republic of Malawi. So they can ask that they are aiming at solarization of which Parliament building. Okay. Second is solarization of 2 rural health care centers in the Republic of Fiji with an 8 kilowatt solar PV system and 20 kilowatt hour battery storage capacity for each health center. Third is that they are aiming at installation of 1 solar powered cold storage capacity of 5 MT for the benefit of agriculture stakeholders at Ladig Island, Republic of Seychelles. Okay. And fourth target is that solarization of the Navai Junior Secondary School in Republic of Kiribati with a 7 kilowatt So these are basically the 4 areas. So you have to remember the areas, that is they are focusing on Parliament building of Republic of Malawi, Fiji and Seychelles, okay, and Kiribati. These are the places in which they are aiming for the strategic projects. Ministry of Road Transport and Highways released an annual report at road accidents in 2020. So this report is about the road accidents in India, and this report is based on the data information received by police departments. Who gave this information? Police department give information about the road accident on year basis in standardized formats as provided by United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and Pacific under the Asia Pacific Road Accident Base Project. There is an increase of 11.9% in accidents. So this percent increase in accident, 9.4% increase in fatalities and 15.3% increase in injuries. So highest increase is in injuries, second is in accident and third is in fatalities. So it is crucial that we strengthen the enforcement mechanism, enhance driver education and training. Initiatives like the Electronic Detailed Accident Report, that is EDAR, for real-time data analysis and automated vehicle inspection. So they are trying to digitalize the information that is related to the road accident so that they can come out with the stringent rules so that they can minimize the road accidents, okay, and the information about road accident is provided by police departments. Okay, this was the last news. Yeah, that's all. So anything that is static in nature and important in PIB, that is like PM Matruvandana Yojana and PM Shri, I will discuss in PIB MCQ sessions, okay. Everything is clear? Any doubt? Okay, so next session will be about PIB MCQs, okay, for phase 2 of NABARD, okay. So I will discuss all the current plus static related to current in that session. So we'll see you tomorrow, okay. Okay, thank you.